All right, Pac-Manians, here we are with 11.8. There's more about volume here, so we're going to take this into the next couple of lessons. They're going to try to relate area of base to height. So what that just means is the length times width, that just equals base. So that's what we're going to talk about here. So the base of a rectangular prism is a rectangle, of course. You know that the area is measured in square units or units squared because there's only two dimensions, length times width. Remember, we put a 2 up there for that. There's no height to it. And the area of the rectangle can be found by multiplying the length times the width. So area equals length times width. Area equals length times width, right? And so volume equals length times width times height. And what they're trying to get you to see is that these two things are the same, right? So if I find the area of the base, I can find the volume of it if it's got a height. So volume is measured as cubic units because they look like cubes, right? When you build a prism and add each layer of cubes, you're adding a third dimension, height. Okay, so we're going to start with the area of a base. The area of this base looks like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4 is 12 square units. So I would write that as 12 units squared, right? Like they do right there. And now they're just going to show you why height multiplying by the height matters. So if I have a height of 1, length times width times height, length times width is 3 times 4 is 12 times 1 for the height of 1 would give me 12 cubic units. So I've got 12. All right, so Jan built the rectangular prism shown at the right using 1-inch cubes. So 1 inch. The prism has a base that is rectangular and a height of 4 cubes. What is the volume of the rectangular prism that Yuan built? So you can find the volume of a prism of cubic units by multiplying the number of square units in the base shape by the number of layers in its height. So we've already got this as 12 units on the bottom, and it makes sense. I'm going to repeatedly add 12 for each unit I go up. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. I'm going to multiply 12 by 4 because repeated addition is multiplication. So we're just breaking down this length times width times height into its smaller parts. So each layer of Yuan's rectangular prism is composed of 12 cubes. We've got this function box, 1 times 12, 2 times 12, 3 times 12, and 4 times 12. All right, so that my height of 4 is going to be 4 times 12. So it's 12, 24, 3 times 12, 36, 4 times 12, 48. Multiply the height by 4, right? Oh, sorry, by 12. Thinking this last part here. Multiply the height by 12 because there's 12 units in each layer. So how does the volume change as each layer is added? How does the volume change? It goes up by 12, right? It goes up by 12 cubic units. Okay. Which makes sense. If I went to 5, I'd add another 12. If I went to 6, I'd add another 12, right? For each layer of height, okay? What does the number you multiply the height by represent? The area that I multiply the height by represents the area of the base, right? So it's the area of the base. Which was what we did all the way up here. We got the base, right? And then we measured it. And if we get, this is going to be 48. Now look, there's a lot going on here, and it's just a great visual to kind of see how things are constructed. Remember this, volume is length times width times height. Don't get caught up in which one is which. It really doesn't even matter. Remember, like I said earlier, that you just pick the two numbers that you want to multiply by first. So I've got, this is 4 by 3 by 4. If I wanted to multiply 4 times 4 first, I could do that. It wouldn't really matter. Because what it just means is like I've taken my base from here and I turn it on its edge, right? Or turn it on this edge. It doesn't matter which order you do it in. Just keep that in mind. All right, a couple more coming at you.